robots using flight controller, RTKGNS. So in the future, we plan to develop components that can support agriculture, such as lawn mowing module and tilling module. We hope that the robots we have developed will improve the efficiency of agriculture work. Thank you for your time and attention.
That was an excellent presentation. Questions?
May I start first? According I can see the accuracy is quite high, right? But I can observe the robot cannot move along the track. It's not perfect, right? It's not perfect. What is the cause? What is the problem?
Compass sensor is a problem because when the robot turning point, so have a too big angle. I think it is a big problem. So less the accuracy.
How to solve this problem?
Actually, I think my plan I think is so use the 2 GPS. So the robot have rover, but my innovation plan is robot have a rover and base station to have the robot and other base station so to connect. So can get accurate position direction. It is a
Okay, for my question, what is the next step can used in real farm?
Want to develop the lawn mowing robot. So actually, I have a lawn mowing component. I try to connect the robot, but so I don't have experiments to connect the robot and the component. So now I make lawn mowing component and to use the real. So I want to contribute to the increasing some so
But agriculture efficiency at the beginning of your talk. Do you have any definition of that? What is your point of view of agriculture efficiency?
Like so some need to some loading or like so cutting or so cutting some lawn. So this is so
too much work.
Yes. Don't make.
So when you test it, what type of the surface does this robot operate? Flat surface or because
yes.
in real field
yes.
there is some roughness, right, of the soil and of the surface. So is it gonna work?
Yes. Real. I was tested on just natural law. So probably have some not flat.
But it can still work or not work?
Yeah, can still work.
It can still work.
Yes.
Okay.
Your presentations. Please give a big hand.
And for the next group, now we are moving to our neighbor, Singapore recirculation system for efficient heater operation from Singapore ITE College Central. Please welcome on the stage.
Test. everybody. We are from Singapore ITE College Central. I am Brennan, and in front of me are my two my two friends, Mervin and Megan. Okay, so our project is the smart water recirculation system for efficient heater operations. Okay, let's get started. All right, so the problem statement, the problem that we felt that we had in Singapore, or maybe around the world, is that users wait for the water to reach the desired temperature. The waiting period typically results in the disposal of cold water, contributing to unnecessary water wastage. So when you start to shower, you turn on the tap, and out only comes cold water and not the hot water. So yeah, we're trying to get rid of that and just get hot water instantly. So we introduce water usage and minimize wastage during heater operations. So the proposed solution right in front is our prototype. The conventional way is for the water to go up to the water source, into the water heater, and out comes from the valve. And our proposal, the water will come out from the water source, it will go to the water heater, and it will recirculate if the temperature is not met. If the temperature is met, the water, so here is an on-off valve and also the AC-DC converter. So this is the video of our design concept. So here, that was the temperature sensor that we pressed. And there you go, only when the water reaches us. So the market potential is mainly for domestic applications like household applications, but can also be adopted in any facilities that provide hot water showering amenities. So for example, like gyms, schools, or just anywhere, maybe even offices as water to heat up, and to start using the water that comes out of the valve. And about 1.5 liters of water, is usually lost in that 10 seconds of waiting. So including soaping, when you soap and then you turn off the whole entire shower. So there are even more higher market opportunities outside of Singapore, especially in colder countries. So colder water obviously require warm water. So like daily hygiene tasks or even just washing of dishes. Yeah, and that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your presentation. It's very interesting. Yeah, I understand your idea, but I would like to know about the cost of your work.
Okay, so for the cost, if we do not include the water heater itself, because for Singapore, our flats, our apartments will already have the water heater by default most of the time. So what we actually a box and just attach it to our current water heater. So that cost is actually not very expensive. The main cost is from the on-off valve, yeah, and it's actually not very expensive. So right in front of you, our prototype, we spend a total of, and that includes the water heater.
From your prototype, you modify the ordinary heater, right? And it is affect the safety of using your prototype. It is safe for user.
Yes, so actually our prototype is a working prototype. We have already tested it, but we do admit that there are some safety concerns because of. That's why we are looking towards a better design and more safety checks. But if you are also wondering about the joints and the attachments maybe bursting, we actually calculated the ideal gas law and figured that the water will actually will not burst the fittings and pipes.
And for my last question, what is?
Okay, so in my opinion, the most thing comes together. Yeah, but we used our skills that we learned in our course because we also learned how to do pipings. We learned some electricity stuff, and really try to make sure everything is safe and good enough to use. We also, whenever we were met with challenges, we consulted.
Hi, thank you very much. Very interesting work, and I like the idea of water saving. My question is that in order to make it into a science project, I would really love to see the relationship between the factors that affect the different water temperature in their preference, right? Mine might be 37 temperature. Does it affect the waiting time before the water come out, or efficiency of the system or not?
So it will definitely affect just a tiny bit because the water will only come out once the certain temperature is hit.
Yes.
So once it hits maybe 0.5, maybe to 1 second till it hits 40 degrees Celsius.
Yes, that's what I have, like a scientific data to show that. And also, I think the source of the water, the temperature from the water source is also affecting that. Like if it's in the cold day, or I have my water supply tank in the sunlight, very hot, that will affect the work-typic process in there.
So for the,
Go ahead.
Yeah, so for the scientific, we actually have not really done more research into that. Our main research was actually to really just save water, like our baseline is to really save water for that first few seconds. But if you would really like to, since that you brought it up, we could also delve into that, do more research into seeing how efficient we can really make it, depending on the conditions.
Because it will be useful if you use this machine in different locations with different weather forecast.
Yes.
And thank you for your impressive project presentations.
It's an impressive presentations. Next, please welcome development of a coolant treatment systems from Studento School.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nakhonratchasima. Today, I'm going to present about development of coolant treatment systems. So, what is coolant? Coolant is fluid used for lubrications or to reduce heat and friction during metalworking processes, such as cuttings, grindings, or polishings. It helps prevent excessive heat buildup that could cause fire, smoke, or spark. Additionally, it ensures smoother surface removal of metal chips and debris generated during machining. Characteristic of good quality coolants, it should appear milky white with no separations between water and oil layers, and should be free from any unpleasant odors. Most importantly, the pH level should be maintained between 8 and 9. Coolant and exceeds pH, which can lead to coolant degradations, causing oil-water separations abound to black discolorations and the development of unpleasant odors. When coolants become degraded, it cannot be discharged directly into natural water sources. It must first be treated for disposal into water sources. The treated coolants must have pH between 8 and 9. Based on this, the researcher hypothesized that if treated coolant is safe for environmental discharge, it may also be reusable in machining operations. The process began with designing a filtration system to separate solid residues and contaminate. From the used coolant, oxygen was then added to the store coolants once the pH level reach the specified range, pH 8 to 9. The treated coolant could be reused in machining operations. System to develop an effective coolant treatment solutions. We solve the first base. Second, the coolant treatment systems. So first, this tank temporarily hold the used coolant that is poured in for treatments. Second, the pump door the coolants and debris upward for filtrations. This coolant passes through a filtration system to remove solid contaminant and impurity. And last, the treated coolant fall into step 1, and we process is repeated until the coolant reach the desired pH and quality level as specified in this study. Quality pH value using litmus paper. Second, if rod is found oxygenated and passed through the various filtration system of the tanks. Third, after 24 hours, check the coolant's quality pH value using litmus paper every day. And last, when the coolant had reached a quality level pH 8 to 9, it is tested on the workpiece and providing oxygen. Coolant before treatment, pH 6, smell rotten. Coolant day 1 being treated, smell 6, smell rotten. Coolant day 2 being treated, pH 7, smell not rotten. pH 8, smell not rotten. Result coolant quality for cooling workpiece during machining workpiece temperatures. Coolant new mix evaporate down 0.20 degree. Coolant treatment evaporate down 0.20 degree. Coolant sewage evaporate increase 1.27 degree. Result coolant quality for cooling workpiece during machining cutting to temperature 0.04. Coolant sewage evaporate increase 0.39 degree. The experimental results show that both the freshly mixed coolant and the treated coolant reduce the temperature, indicating the optimum performance for the intended purpose. Thank you.
Okay, that was science journey presentations. Please be ready for the referee's questions.
Okay, thank you for your great presentation. For my question is how capacity of your coolant? How about capacity? How much can it work and how long?
How much can work?
How much of coolant that your system can do it and how long duration?
In one time, right?
Yes.
Can use like.
And after you separate the oil and metal particle from your coolant, what else? What you do with the waste?
Again, please.
After you clean your coolant, you get the waste. How you do with the waste?
We touch if
From the system, I can see the tank, right, that you use to treat the coolant, and you have to wait for some time, right? So, what is the factor that affect the treatment time? I remember that you treat it for 1 day H level. So, why do you have to why you have to wait for that time? What is the factor that affect the treatment time?
we're gonna wait until coolants have pH 8, low pH. The workpiece is gonna have a rush sometimes.
Can we treat it faster?
Faster?
Yeah, make it faster.
I think it cannot because we're gonna check by using litmus paper every day.
Composition of the coolant. What is the component that is in the coolant? What type of chemicals?
It have oil.
Okay. And what type of oil? Like vegetable oil or hydrocarbon oil or?
Hydrocarbon oils.
Okay. So when you have a new coolant, what is the never use?
pH 8.
8. So that's optimal, right? And then
Yeah.
when you use it, the pH decrease.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wonder how you could increase the pH of the coolant by adding oxygen. What is the mechanism there?
Mechanisms? It adds oxygen, help bacteria go faster, and improve water quality is simple.
Is there bacteria in the coolant that's from hydrocarbon?
Yes, we have taste.
But there is no result here.
No result.
Yeah, of bacterial testing. If you claim that the bacteria. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for the Chilada School. And now we will moving on to the East College. Please welcome on the stage.
Testing.
Good afternoon. My name is Edna, and this is our project Just in Time. Just in Time is a smart caregiver bed system with two problems it strives to solve. First is bedridden patients attempting to leave the bed without assistance, while the second is monitoring the catheter bag. Here's how the system works. Early detection of movement, where it would detect before the bedridden patient is able when the patient is attempting to leave, and prevention of falls and injuries, so it can prevent from the patient getting more injured than they already are. The placement of sensors are important, as they are infrared sensors that can. The first sensor will be placed on the headboard of the bed frame. The second sensor will be placed on the railing of the bed frame. And with the truth table, here's an easier understanding for people. 0 meaning that it does not detect anything, while 1 meaning it does detect something. So the first scenario would be the patient's already left the bed. Second scenario will be the patient's attempting to get out of the bed, which will be alerted to the nurses so that they can help assist the patient or prevent them from leaving. The third, the patient's head can be detected while their body is not detected. And the last scenario is the most preferred, which is the patient resting in bed.
Feature, the third sensor, the non-level liquid level sensor, where it's stuck usually to the outside of the catheter bag. It is to monitor when the catheter bag has reached full capacity, and then a nurse will come in to change or even drain the urine out of the catheter bag. If not done in time, usually, tap inside, causing bleeding, infections, other health and medical problems as well. So we want to reduce the burden of this unnecessary pain and reduce the time needed for the nurse, as they cannot come in to check every hour. So this is our implementation, where we have the non-liquid level sensor, non-contact liquid level sensor with the 2 infrared sensors with the ESP32 C3 Mini Super Mini. And this is our prototype, where we show the sensors essentially. And this is our data processing. Usually, the data collected from these sensors will be sent to the Google Sheet. And from the Google Sheet, it will be sent out to the other apps to let nurses on the go to know about the status of the patients through Telegram robot messaging, like a notification, to let them know if the patient's getting out of bed or already out of bed, or even when the catheter bag is full or not. This is our system demonstration. Usually the front desk would be on the Google Sheet itself to let them see the status itself as well, with the mobile app also being on the go for on-the-go nurses.
The benefits are quite simple. It enhances patient safety to prevent already bedridden patients from getting injured further. Timely alerts, where alerts will happen in real time for the nurses to help assist the patient just in time. Comfortable patients, since patients do not usually like being watched by, let's say, a camera or a loud alert from another bedridden patient's alarm going off. Customizable settings, which it's easy for the nurses to just either choose who gets the notifications and who is assisting the patient. User-friendly interface, extremely easy to use. Reliable performance, we have tested it in our school. And cost-effective, as it costs less than 30 SGD to make. In conclusion, upgrade your patient care with just-in-time. The smart caregiver bed system, and experience the peace of mind that comes with proactive health management and improved safety for patients. Solutions that no other system on the market can provide, all at a affordable cost. Thank you.
And that is very impressive project and very useful and practical one. Don't you think?
Yes.
Okay. And now, are you ready for the referee's questions? Okay. And may I invite referees to ask a question, please?
Okay. Thank you very much for your presentation. My first question is, what if internet down? Your system can still work?
Usually it is through either Wi-Fi or even mobile data. So I would imagine usually they will have a backup data. If not, the nurses themselves can change their own mobile data's name or password to the ESP32, so it can also still send the data relevant to it, to the Google Sheet and everything.
Okay. My next question is, can nurse who take care of the patient, can she monitor many patients once with your system?
Oh yes, we plan, it actually can, because we have another ESP32s can monitor multiple bots.
Hi, thank you very much for the presentation. I'm curious about the testing of the system. You said that you have done field testing, right? What did you do? Because I really can't find the details. Like, did you do it to the real patients on the bed or what?
Classrooms, and we have placed the sensors there and have actually used real students as a test to see if it will send the notification, get the right sensors going, and just get the right information that we need. So yeah, that's how we tested it with other students, hand to test it.
And what about the bag? Like, how many samples did you test, and what is the accuracy rate for
Okay.
this?
For us, because it's very uncomfortable if we get someone to just do it for our little experiment. So for us, we fill up with water and we test it on and off if it's sensing the.
So how many samples have you done it with the test? And also, other questions is that the color of the liquid, does it affect the efficiency of the system? First question, how many samples did you do it with?
Alongside with the catheter bag as well.
And what about the color of the liquid, like pale yellow, very yellow, reddish yellow? Does it affect?
Whatever color it is, whether yellow, red, or even clear, it will still work as a non-liquid level contact.
I'd like to suggest if it's like reddish, it should, give really an alarm, because that means that the patient.
That's one of the things we can prevent actually, since it's not common for blood to be in the urine, or even if it was, it should be monitored so that before it even gets full, the nurses can quickly empty it, preventing the further injury.
Thank you very much.
Okay. In the beginning, have you talked or discussed with the staff or the nurse to hear from them about the need and requirement before development this?
Not so much before development, as this project came due to his hospital stay and also my own grandfather, who for this had happened twice as he'd gone out of bed, even though he should be bedridden, or even when the catheter bag was full and no one was able to check on him. So we wanted to solve this essential problem.
My understanding is used to notify, right? To notify the person who take care of the patient. And what next? And do you have any action to do after that?
Yeah, the catheter bag, since the pressure from the catheter being full can further harm the patient from it, to assist the bedridden patient who believes that they're getting better and they can go to the bathroom.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and now the presentation of this group has been ended. Thank you for the referee's question and the great presentation.
Tested them with green energy from Chonburi, Thailand.
Good afternoon, committee, ladies and gentlemen. Today we would like to present our project, a smart water system weekly. There are 3 members.
My name is Mr. Punapat.
Sorry. There are 3 members in our project. There are Mr. Punapat Vachana Jalern. There are Mr. Omniti Thongkao and me, Mr. Chetamang. Next, let's see our outline of this project. We have 6 steps of our project, of this project. In agriculture, water is valuable and essential for plant growth. Efficient water use can reduce health, can measure soil moisture, automatically control to opening and closing water valves. It becomes possible to manage the amount of water to the need of plant at different times.
Now let's talk about the objective of the project. First, to design and develop a smart water system for agricultural use prototype by clean energy. Second, to evaluate the performance of the smart water system with clean energy. And third, to evaluate user satisfaction with the smart water system with clean energy.
Next talk about the material of our project. And this is the material inside panel board have a PLC used for evaluate and electrical production material. This sensor box. That slide show the material inside the sensor box have a ESP32 and have various sensors. This is power box. The inside power box what project. The first research study smart water system with clean energy. Second, design the smart water system with clean energy using Sonic software. Third, assemble the structure of the smart water system with clean energy. The fourth, collect data to evaluate sensor, performance water quality analyze, and develop a UV dashboard to display, evaluate the performance of the smart water system with clean energy.
For this, I worked by using by SolidWorks. Before we started working on the actual prototype, we created up of the entire pipe on SolidWorks. This helped make the actual process easier and more efficiency.
The first table analog signal accuracy test for sensor dashboard in clean energy architecture. The experimental results show that the smart water system with clean energy achieve 100% success rate in data transmission to the dashboard across 10 test trials. The evidence per trial we consider fast and responsive. The system accuracy display sensor coding data to the different condition, resulting in a 100% accuracy rate.
Efficiency testable like correlation. The experimental research showed that the smart water system with clean energy achieved a 100% success rate in data dashboard. Transmission the dashboard across 10 tests tell the await data transmission delay was approximately 10 seconds per tell, which the system accurately display the sensor data according to the defined condition, resulting in a 100 accuracy rate. Table T satisfaction survey table G. It found that users were high satisfied with an average score of 4.31.
Next, we would like to present our dashboard. The dashboard that our group uses is UV which are to see the data in real time. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, and it also shows the status of water level sensor. So you can scan QR code like that to see the data in our dashboard. Design smart water system with clean energy and it is functional. Second, data transmission was tested 10 times, achieving 100% success with an average delay of 10 seconds, suitable for real-time monitoring. And lastly, the user rate overall satisfaction at a very good level at highlighting the system reliability. Thank you.
I'm completely agree. This is such a very practical one too.
Are you ready for the referee's questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for your very great presentation.
Thank you.
I have a couple of questions. First is why you set up the moisture percent at 40. Why is 40?
Is is base percent base of the lies. Yes.
For my second question, how big of your simulation farm? How big? How size?
One farm it will big, so big. So we make half farm to test our project. Yes.
Okay. And if you need to control bigger size, how will you do? What will you do?
To upgrade our sensor to be greater than that. No.
Okay, thank you very much.
I also have a similar question about the factor that affect the efficiency of your system. In the paper, you say that you control the moisture, the level of moisture level of the soil quite low for the plant or for some other agricultural activity. So what will happen if we set the P or 80 degree? Your system will work or not?
Yes, of course, it will work.
Okay, right?
Sure, I'm sure.
And what is the next step to improve the efficiency of this system? Do you have any idea?
At this time, we haven't tested on the real farm. I mean, bigger farm. Yes, I can answer this question. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentations.
And now the Shamburi group is done presenting, and we will have move on to the next group. And now, unauthorized privileges from Kisarazu, Japan. Please come up on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Atsuhiro Ogai. I'll talk about testing vulnerability that allow privilege escalation, focus on CVE 2023-2809 on the proof of concept vulnerability in our self-test environment, see how dangerous it is, and think about how to implement automation. Cybersecurity is very important because digital systems support our daily life and infrastructure. But new threats appear every day. The security problem. In 2023, this shows how big the problem is. Bridge management tools like Sudo are very sensitive. If they're attacked, the whole system is in danger. Privilege escalation means a normal user can get administrator rights. This is a serious threat. This problem affects the sudo edit feature in sudo version 1.8.0 through 1.9.12. It happens because sudo does not handle some correctly, especially the editor variable. But change system files, they should not be able to touch. For example, for this experiment, we use VirtualBox Ubuntu 8.31.1. Ubuntu has a local account, and general user can use sudo edit for specific file. We could enter the sudo file without permission, avoiding the access controls. We could also change other important files like etc password, etc shadows, etc ssh, ssh config, and etc. After editing sudos, we got through root access and complete system control. Can give an attacker full control of the system. Our normal user could get root rights, change important file, and set up hidden backdoors with scheduled tasks. The most effective countermeasure is there. In addition, limit the number of users who can use sudo edit privilege to minimum, and check their settings frequently. It is effective to record sudo usage and monitor. We reproduced the CVE 2023-2809 attack, showing that it can change important files and give full root access. We recommend all Unix admins purge their system and pre-plan to import our method that can automatically rebate, privilege, and install backdoors using this CVE. There is a source of reference. We would also like to thank Professor Yonemura for supervising my research. Thank you for listening.
And thank you for your presentation. That was absolutely beautiful and insightful presentation. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah. And now, are you ready for the referee's questions?
Okay.
Okay. And now.
Okay, thank you for your great presentation. For my first question, why why this attack is important for your study.
Backdoor and front tab and so on. This presentation attack is a part of my study, and this attack is easier than another method, and important thing control systems.
And next question is, what happens if the vulnerability is not fixed? What happens? How?
Another system?
Yeah, in your system. If it's not fixed,
fixed method is this right update I checked another version. This vulnerability in checked.
Okay, and for my last question, what method and how to prevent this attack? Our system more security and prevent this kind of attack.
I think automatical and OQ backdoor system and so on.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I just have a quick question. The testing protocol that you presented here, does it work with different attack environments, or do you have to set a
I testing version 1.8.30 version. Its variability occur, but 1.9.30 version is not occur.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Okay, and may you rest now, and thank you for this very insightful IT project.
The first session is presentations have been completed. Okay, let's have a coffee break and refreshment for 15 minutes. Then we will have come back here for the next presentations. Enjoy your break.
ขออนุญาตประชาสัมพันธ์นะคะ นักเรียนนักศึกษาและคณะครูนะคะสามารถรับเบรกด้านหลังได้เลยนะคะในเวลานี้นะคะ
Science-Based Technology College Project ลำ
อยู่ใจกลางของเทวสถานเป็นเสมือนทางเชื่อมระหว่างโลกกับสวงสวรรค์
and welcome back to the session. I hope you enjoy our refreshments. And may I take this opportunity to inform you about the project that we will represent in this session. And right now, let's give us a big hand to next group. And the next group is development of structural tube measurement device based on plumb line mechanics. Please give us a big hand.
Hello everyone, we are students from Surat Nari Technical College. Our team consists of 3 members. First, Piyapol Meung In. Second, Vachirin Kongta, and I'm Saksit Kachalan. Today, we are honored to present our project on a structural tube measuring device based on plumb mechanics. Miss Nantana Bokuntot.
Our present will take about 7 minutes. Here is today's agenda: introduction, objective, methodology, result, discussion. Let's begin with the introduction. Building on soft or untable ground can gradually to without early warning sign. If left unmonitored, this could lead to serious damage, structural damage. Measuring tubes are accurate but expensive, and they require trained experts to operate. Our project proposes a simple low-cost pump-up device for early building monitoring. At the saying goes, a learning structure in Italy is a landmark, but in our home, it's called main danger. And design a structural tube measuring device using pendulum mechanics. Second, construct and develop the device based on the proposed concept. And third, evaluate the performance and accuracy.
When the base tilt, the angle between a pendulum and the base match the tilt angle, which is read directly from semicircular scale behind the pendulum. This design ensures accurate, low-cost measurement. How to use? First, place the device at the location where you want to measure the tilt and wait until the pendulum tips become completely still. This stands together with a pendulum length to calculate the tilt angle by applying the arc sine function and converting the result from radian to degrees.
Results. This table presents the experimental result of tests. From testing the device, it shows the actual tilt angle applied during its title the corresponding deviation in millimeters. The angle calculated by the device and calculated angle. Description and conclusions. Tilt angles of 2 degrees, 4 degrees, 6 degrees, and 8 degrees were applied to a model column converted into angles to compare. With actual, we use results showed deviation within plus minus 0.1 degrees, confirming reliable performance. For example, a 2 degree to give a 5.2 millimeter deviation and as computed angle of 1.9 degree. Structural inspection, especially
for the future version of this project, we see 2 main directions. The first is integrating an AI camera-based tilt direction system. This would allow from automate readings and real-time monitoring, while our original goal was to create a purely mechanical, electricity-free device for use in low-resource community. We see AI integrations that enable remote monitoring without replace the core mechanical concept. The second direction its mass production by simplifying the design and using cost-effective manufacturing technique. We could make the device widely available. This would help spread its benefit to household, school, and community safety program on a larger scale. In short, our version is a maintain the original principle, advanced versions for context that can support them. Small tool can make big difference in safety. Thank you for your attention.
Really, it was fascinating.
Are you ready for the referee's questions?
Sure.
Okay.
No theory, right? You can measure the inclinations of the building, of the anything that you want to measure. My question is that in table 1, you try only 4 trials, right?
Yes.
Only 4 times, and I can see the accuracy is not bad, right? It's quite close to the setting angle. And have you tried by different use of this equipment, of this device, may be changed according to the user, because the reader, how to say, how to read the angle. Right?
We measure from the scale millimeters and replace it on become still. Next, you read deviation distance directly from the scale. And finally, you distance directly from the scale into the formula that apply from function arc sine.
You mean that you calculate the angle, right? Yes. Calculate angle, not reading directly?
Yes, not directly.
Okay, this device, it should be better if we try by a different user, not only one, right? Okay.
Okay.
And how about the size of this equipment? How big it is?
Time 28 centimeters.
Thank you for your good presentation and for your system, for your pendulum system, 2 degrees, such as 1 degree, the minimum, the mini size.
We can measure around 1 degrees, but we cannot measure point 1 point.
And how the real worker can use your device, because of it have to calculate, right? How the real worker, the normal worker can use it, how to develop it for them.
And now we cannot be, in the future we can improve.
Thanks for the presentation. I have a question about the experimental results. How many times do you measure for?
Per degrees, I measure around 5 to 10 times. Yes.
Do you have a standard deviation of the results? Maybe you don't. And I also have questions about the point at 6 degrees because it has the highest error. So maybe you want to look out at that point. for the next phase. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. Okay, then we move to the group 14. Please give a big hand.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Polapasa Bumatawi and Wongsakon Kebupa from Chilada Technology Institute. Today, I'm going to present the electric motorcycle demonstration teaching material. Introduction. Before the electric motor, any problem was hard to learn both theory and practice. Many students did not really understand the lesson. They could not see real equipment or electric motor circuit. Learning was mostly from book and picture. Due to develop an electric motor learning kit to support classroom instruction. Introduction and objective. Introduction. First, EV adoption have reduced GHG and are key due to electric motor drive system. Fourth, development of simulation model to aid vocational training. Objective. 1. Develop a simulation model of an electric motorcycle motor drive system. 2. Evaluate user satisfaction with the model. Key advantage of the electric motorcycle demonstration kit for emerging electric vehicle technologies and future industry demands. Fourth, high student satisfaction, especially for user manual, circuit stability, safety, and durability. Main component. 1. Main component. 1. Simulate motorcycle handlebar, throttle, and brake. First, simulate real throttle and brake control. Second, send signal to the controller to manage motor speed. 2. Motor controller unit. First, receive input from the throttle and control power delivery to the motor. Second, serve as the main brain of the motor drive system. 3. Status display panel. First, display voltage, current, speed, and system operation status. Second, help learn monitor system feedback in real time. 4. Switch and wiring system. First, include on-off switch, mode selector, safety, switch, and function button. Second, designed to mimic real-life motorcycle control interface. 5. Simulate motor with wheel. First, demonstrate the rotation of an electric motor connected to a motorcycle wheel. Second, provide a visual understanding of how input affect wheel movement. Result. This is table 1. effective result of the electric motorcycle demonstration circuit. After use the electric motor demonstration kit in teaching. When teacher use the electric motor demonstration kit, teaching become clearer and more effective. Before students learn only from textbooks and has no chance to see real system with the kit. Teacher can show how the motor work and let students build simple circuit. It is a tool that helps both teacher and student improve their skill effective.
Conclusion. The simulation model clearly helps students understand how electric motorcycle motor works. Students show high satisfaction proving the model value in teaching. Using this tool in vocational education improves learning quality and prepare students better for careers in electric vehicle technology. This is table to satisfaction results of the electric motorcycle demonstration circuit.
For your attention.
That was a very creative project.
And the designing is looking very practical and can be useful as a teaching materials.
Are you ready for the referee's questions?
Ready.
Okay. Please question.
Developing instructional tool, right? About the motorcycle. You have two objectives. The first one is to develop the simulation system. Is that right? In your paper, you show, you compare the student score pre-test and post-test.
Yes.
And yes, I can see something different. The post-test, of course, higher than the pre-test score. But I'm not. How can you verify that the high post-test score is from the simulation system?
And it is high.
Yeah, you try to compare the effectiveness, right? E1 and E2. Yes. What is the meaning of E1 and E2? Can you explain a little bit?
Quick question again.
What is the meaning of E1 and E2 that you?
E1 mean the score, score test, and E2 mean the score post test. The E1 and E2 score should both be high for 70 or high. Yes.
Okay. Move to other committee.
I just want to give additional questions about the pre-test and post-test again. Can you describe how did you do with the pre-test? Is the students have learned about the EV motorcycle already, or they haven't? Or they have learned but not using a simulation, and then for the post-test they have learned again with using the simulation. What is your protocol in testing this? Because this is really important.
Question again?
About the method you use for a pre-test and post-test to find the effectiveness of the simulation. How did you do it?
Oh, okay. I give a question in the student for post-test and pre-test. Yes.
And for the student in pre-test, they ever studied about the EV motorcycle before?
No.
Not at all.
No study.
So they should not have any knowledge about EV at all. EV motorcycle, right? They should not have any knowledge about EV motorcycle. But that the score is high. Yeah, over 60%. So that's odd. That's just our comment. And it's not clarified. Sorry.
One more question. I really want to know about the test that you use for pre-test and post-test. It's the same test.
No.
Same question.
E1 is mean missed court test. No pre-test. E1 it is mean missed court test, not yes. Yes. Okay. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for the presentation from the Girardeau School. And now, we will move on to the next group. And please welcome and stand by the Agricultural Guardian Intelligent Variable Frequency Ultrasonic Radar Repellent Robot from China. Please welcome on the stage.
Distinguished judges and experts, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Please take a look at these figures. The bird damage has caused a 30% fruit loss and the crop yield reduction by more than 10% every year. According to the IBP Carnivorous Birds Working Group's survey, the mountain birds across the globe can eat up 15 million tons of grain within a year, a quantity which would be adequate to sustain a population of 90 million people worldwide. What does this mean? The birds have easily taken away the harvest hardly earned by farmers in 1 year. What a threatening fact. However, the good news is today we're going to end this tug of war between humans and the birds once and for all. The existing bird deterrent methods are limited to secure crowds, manual bird repelling, and sword-based bird repelling. Even there are some risk methods that we can't support, just like trapping and killing with nets, as well as ultrasonic radars. However, the birds are geniuses of the quarter surveillance experts. They can adapt to the single method in just 7 days. A 120 degrees ultrasonic radar cannot repel the birds completely. They will just turn and hide in a blood spot. Eventually, they can't be driven away, got rid of, or guarded against. So, how can we break through when we are in such a dilemma? This is our answer. The agricultural guardian, the smart bird repelling robot, compact and agile with a stable bird repelling performance. It can be applied to different areas such as farmlands, orchards, and vegetable fields. From the three-dimensional modeling to printing, from the parts processing to software and hardware testing, our team learns the design in the workshop till the code is optimized. The team ultimately developed an integrated, intelligent solution combining the software and its efficient coverage area. Our agricultural guardian is different in the industry. 3 core technologies. The first one is 316 degrees adjustable angle bird repellent technology. The servo motor was developed, which achieves 316 degrees reciprocating rotation through algorithm loop design and servo control system. The servo motor drives a radar and achieves no blood spot coverage and through all around the rotation of the radar. Compared with the existing bird repelling technology, here comes the defect of non-adjustable angle and increases interference angle by 3 times. At the same time, we also utilize the principles of bionics to innovatively design the appearance of an Next, please let my partner to display the technology about the servo motor. The second one is 15 meters long-distance bird repellent technology. As the ultrasonic emission distance relies on power and transducer area, we improved the piezoelectric ceramic emission area. It extended the bird repellent distance from 5 meters to 15 meters, 10 meters farther than existing 5 meters radars. With integrated 316 degrees, 706 square meters, increased by the 27 times larger than the traditional technologies, which having the 5 meters radius with 120 degrees fan-shaped sector. And next, please let my partner read that. The third one is intelligent variable frequency bird repellent technology. We utilize the fuzzy logic intelligent algorithm. The ultrasonic radar operates at the bird repelling frequencies within the 20 to 65 kilohertz variable range, providing with EVS species. It covers approximately 400 more species than fixed frequency technologies. It effectively resolves the species limitations caused by the narrow bandwidth of conventional ultrasonic radars. At the same time, we also utilize the filtering technology to take the time to sense of the beneficial birds is filtered, so to avoid driving them away, solving the problem of failing to identify the beneficial birds. And next, please let my partner to display the technology of the visualization of ultrasonic radar. The agricultural guardian's bird repelling angle and distance are 1.5 to 3 times those of other products, with bird repelling area increased by the 27 different regions of China. Whether the rice fields or orchards has shown as it is the fantasy that only exists on a PowerPoint presentation. Currently, our project has obtained 5 software copyrights and 9 patents, all of which are self-developed. Ladies and gentlemen, what the farmers need is not the technology, but the tangible harvest. Tomorrow, we will make the global agriculture free from the bird damage. The agricultural guardian will fight for the future of farming, today and always. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
And thank you for the astonishing presentations. This is the project that is practical again, and this may be the unexpected solution.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, if you're ready, then may you please ask a question.
Thank you for a very great presentation. In Thailand, we have problem about birth also, but not only in the farm field. We have problem of the bird in the residence area, such as here also. Your system can work in residence area like this zone, this hotel.
This hotel?
Yeah, can your system work to prevent the bird?
It's this because you know the birds is will take the immigration, so we take the animal institution to let our robot take the experiment. So the animal institution give us the data about the birds' frequencies. So the birds can take the immigration. So I know and in some extent they also have the same frequencies that our robot can repel.
For another pet, such as if we use cat and dog or pet birds, is it safe for them?
Can repel these hotel birds?
Yeah.
Maybe we can, after this competition, we can take this experiment. Yeah.
That's all for me. Thank you.
I have a short question about the recognition of the robot. How can the robot recognize different kinds of birds?
Okay, different birds have different frequencies, and we send our robot feedback about different birds' frequency. So we set our robot that we use a variable frequency technology from 22 kilohertz to 65 kilohertz.
We provide a wide bandwidth coverage that.
Okay, one more question. How the robot repel the bird? Is creating some sounds or?
We use the ultrasonic radar and send out ultrasonic waves. So when the birds hear the ultrasonic waves.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Very interesting work. let me repeat again. So you get the frequency from the Animal Institute, and you set the frequency emitting from the robot to the birds.
Yes, we really test our robot for the institution, just like in China's regions of the Qiandongnan institution, that we take our robot to experiment our function, that we take the experimental control compared with the traditional ultrasonic technology, and the ultrasonic, our robot can repel over 600 avian species. That it can be willing to repel the birds in the fields.
And it works with every bird. I mean, like for
every
crow,
bird,
it works with every
every
crow
bird
in the area.
Yeah.
It's only used for the birds that eat the grains or fruits. We use the frequency filtering technology. It won't affect on the beneficial birds.
Okay, last question. Animals are sometimes very smart. They can also adjust themselves to this kind of repellent. Have you ever tested more than one time with the same plate, with the frequency, when they get used to the frequency?
Because our frequency is always changing. So although the birds have adopted this frequency, but he will not adopt that frequency.
Because our frequency is changing, so we solve the problem of the bird's adaptability. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you again for the astonishing presentation for the China.
Then we move to the group 16, Smart Method System with vision sensor and 5 exit robot arm. Welcome.
Hello, we are Jeongyeon Kim, Donghan Kim, and Alina Ri from Daegu Technical High School Technopolis campus in South Korea. Today, we will introduce EcoSorter, a smart recycling system developed using an AI vision sensor. Begin with team introduction, followed by the purpose of our project and result, and showing the flow. Our team consists of 3 students. We designed this project aiming to serve real-life social issues, addressing environmental issues, lead us to use AI image recognition method associated with recycling. Our school is small and lacks proper recycling facilities, so students and residents use the community recycling station together. Observing the inconvenience and manual labor involved, we thought improve efficiency. Ourselves, what if there were a more automated recycling system? And this began our project.
EcoSorter is built on the 3 key technologies. First, AI image recognition using Raspberry Pi and TensorFlow. Second, an Arduino-based 4-axis robotic arm. And third, hardware parts designed in Fusion 360. Now we will describe how these technologies was
developed and integrated. So we first designed the robotic arm in Fusion 360 and 3D printed the parts using the webcam and trained the AI model with TensorFlow. The trained model runs on Raspberry Pi. And finally, Raspberry Pi send the result to Arduino, which to sort items to the correct bins. EcoSorter operates on 3 stages. Stage 1, a webcam takes images of recycles. Stage 2, Raspberry Pi classifies with using the AI model. Stage 3, Arduino activate the robotic arm to move items to the correct bins. Automated, and the robotic arm returns to its initial position afterward.
This video shows EcoSorter in action. You can see the camera capture reportedly identifying its material and the robotic precisely moving it to correct location. The entire process occurs automatically without human intervention.
EcoSorter achieved 93.3% accuracy for paper, on average of 91.7%. Sorting takes about 1 minute per item, and the arm can handle up to 600 grams.
Order with vision sensor and 4-axis robot arm.
We will introduce the app through a video.
Paper 100.0%.
To overcome issues distinguishing similar recyclables, we enhanced our AI model training by capturing image from multiple angles. Through this project, we demonstrated that integrating AI model training by capturing image from multiple angles. We plan to further develop EcoSorter in 3 directions. First, improving deep learning model for even higher accuracy. Second,
implementing precise torque control technology for more stable robotic arm operation. Lastly, developing a user-friendly interface so everyone can easily utilize this system.
This was an amazing project.
Yes, it is. I'm completely agreed.
Okay. Let's listen to the referee's discussions.
Thank you for your presentation. For my first question is, how you got your AI model? You train by yourself, or you use the classification model that you use to classify the garbage? How you get the model?
We just and
Okay. For my next question, how many ways that your robotic arm can help?
our robotic arm can help up
Is it enough? Is it enough? If you need to make it carry more weight, how will you do? Such as if you need your arm carry 1 kilogram, what will you do?